Uh, Defense. When we start out going hard on defense, locking up, then that's gonna happen for us.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just got into a rhythm offensively, defensively. Making it tough on them. I think it took them, I don't know, 9 or 10 minutes to score. Just letting that fuel us. To get going. Yeah, no, absolutely. Coming in, he was it might have been their leading scorer, or top two, him and Thompson. So we knew they were going to go to him, and our bigs did a really good job of making it tough on him. And then we got some good traps with him, and he turned it over, and that led us to get some easy baskets. And so, pretty good defensive effort.
Payton, what's that like when you're 21-0 to start the game and you sort of
Um,
the momentum you set in them?
I mean, it's definitely it's fun hearing the crowd and everything like that. That's how we want to start every game. So just everything's paying off in practice, and the defensive drills is just that's just proof.
Strange to have a game where basically the last 30 minutes there's not a whole lot of drama and you never got within 20 at that point. Just sort of a weird night that you just kind of cruise control throughout.
I think this week we've really been working hard, focusing. Like I said before, when we focus in, great things will happen like that.
Casey, was the crowd louder after Brooks' three to UCLA or Charlie's?
It was pretty close. I don't know, pretty equivalent. But it was awesome to see Charlie get in there. He's such a great kid, and so much about the team, and so much fun to see him score.
Casey, you've been on some good teams here at Oregon. How does this team compare, and what kind of potential do you think you have moving forward?
No, I mean we just continued to get better this year. Something that we focused on is early on we had some slip ups, obviously, and so just continue to focus on getting better every single practice, every single game. I think we have a chance to still be really really good. Still a lot of room to grow. At the end of the day, and so just got to continue to get better, continue to work and make each other better.
Kind of going off that, you guys have kind of hit your stride the last couple years. Moving towards the end of the season, we know last year was a bit towards the back end of it. But do you guys feel like you guys are kind of at that point yet, or do you think there's still ways to go?
No, I definitely think we have a long ways to go. It's awesome to see the strides that we've made, but we know that there's so much room for growth. Just continue to maintain focus. Kind of second half, let some things get away from us, obviously. Just got to continue to get better, and it's awesome to make the progress that we've made, but we know there's a long ways to go.
Where do you get better at? If there's a lot of room to grow, where do you continue to get better?
Defensively, rebounding is key for us. Just continue to be unselfish. I think tonight we had I don't know how many assists for how many baskets. I know it was almost every basket was assisted. It seemed like, and so that was huge for us. Just making plays for each other. It was big time, and so I just want to continue to focus on that on the offensive end, and then make it tough for them on the defensive end, limit them to one shot.
You guys were favored by, I think, 25.5 points tonight. Kind of similar to like some of those early non-conference games, but it seems like you guys were able to maybe let your opponent back in some of those games. What allowed you guys tonight to progress to the point where you were able to put them out 42 points?
I mean, coach really staying on us to go all 40 minutes, no matter what the score is. We gotta keep battling, keep getting better. Um, Not letting teams in there. That's gonna help us down the road as far as we want to make it. So
Yeah, just maintaining focus, is big for us. Obviously, we had the big run to start the game, and we just want to continue to get better no matter what the score is. Whether it's we're up 30 or whether it's a tie game. At the end of the day, it's just about getting better and continue to make plays.
Payton, you were really hitting it tonight. Do you both feel more confident in your shot and as the season's going along, or just hot tonight?
No, I mean I think it's just continue to be confident every single shot you shoot. Thinking the ball is going in, just getting to a rhythm, shooting good shots. I think we both know we're good shooters. At the end of the day, we know we put the time in, put the work in, and shots are gonna fall.
Casey, it wasn't a competitive game, but talk about your first Civil War experience and what it was like to be out there playing from the crowd.
it's a great experience. Growing up in this state, that Civil War is such a big thing for every sport, and just to be a part of that is a. I'm very thankful and grateful.
Casey, in your 2 years here, each year you guys have had a series of bad Pac-12 losses that you guys have kind of built on after that. Your first year, like the Washington road trip, and last year, I think it was the Bay Area
Hmm.
ones. Do you guys need something like that? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
guys used that in the past to kind of build, but like, do you have to stumble at some point in order to build for each other?
Definitely don't want to. We'd like to win every game, but It's just a matter of keeping the focus. We've been playing well, and it's just a matter of knowing that we can still get better. Not having any slip ups. It kind of just starts in practice. If you let up in practice, making each other better, then you'll let up in a game. And so it's just continue to maintain that focus. So to answer your question, I'd like to say no, but but I mean, just got to continue to get better.
Payton, as you guys get off to that 21-0 run, does it start to create a game within the game of how long can we keep this run going? How long can we hold them off the scoreboard?
No, I mean it's just we want to every possession. It's a new possession, so every time we're guarding our man or anything, we're trying to prevent them from getting the bucket or anything like that. Defense is our biggest key going into every game, and shutting down their best player and eliminating them from having easy shots.
Have you seen steady improvement from you guys throughout the year, Payton?
Oh.
First time you've gone through this?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just in practice, getting after each other. Our defensive help, and obviously Chris, Jordan, Cavell, and them, they're always gonna block shots, and they're the anchor of our defense. But us guards, I think we're getting better to pressuring and eliminating easy shots from the outside.
Do any of those football players have actual game?
Yeah, I grew up with some of them. I know they got game.
Casey, you guys have gotten a lot of rest. You didn't play since last week, and now you don't play again until Thursday. Do you like the rest, all this rest?
Not really. No, I mean we like to play. So I mean, but at the end of the day, it just gives us opportunities to get better in practice, make each other better. Obviously games are fun, so sometimes it gets a little bit gets to be a little bit too long. When you got that week stretch. But we really made some strides in practice this week, making each other better, competing. So we'll do that at the beginning of this week as well, and just continue to make strides.
Casey, what was it about practice this week that it was a quick or you were able to make the big strides?
No, just being focused, knowing that we just got to get better, because everybody else is. At the end of the day, Arizona, UCLA, they're all getting better too. So knowing that, it's exciting to know that we still got a lot of room to grow, get better. And so just maintaining the focus, making each other better, keeping each other accountable is the key.
Casey, you guys have finished with some really positive assist to turnover ratio since conference play started. What do you think has sort of helped that play?
Just making the easy play, not being, not making the difficult play, just taking what the defense gives us and, taking good shots, not forcing the issue, letting the game come to us is big.
Also, a lot of us are new too, so we're just learning how to play with each other. Me and Dylan didn't play last year, so obviously a lot of us we didn't know how to play with each other, and we're just getting in the groove again, and we're making strides on that.
What's different about Ennis's game? Non-conference, he really wasn't a three-point shooter. Now the conference play come around, he's hitting over 40%.
I mean, he came off an injury, so anybody that comes off an injury, sitting out a year, you're gonna be off rhythm. And you guys are just now seeing how good he actually is that we saw in practice, but it's really coming true in the games, and he's coming alive now.
Yeah, definitely. No, we always knew he could shoot the basketball, so it's just awesome seeing it starting to hit. And, getting to a rhythm is the biggest thing. Payton said coming off an injury, it's tough. So he's just finding that rhythm and getting back into it.